It is early, perhaps just after the first light has brushed the horizon. In the royal apartments at Whitehall Palace, the Queen's bedchamber rests in stillness. Queen Elizabeth lies within a great bed. Her bedstead, carved of dark oak, adorned with deep red velvet hangings. Above her head, a canopy, heavy with embroidery, catches the dim light. The scent of beeswax polish lingers faintly in the air, from the careful hands of servants who cleaned the day before. The room is cool. The fire in the hearth has died to soft embers in the night. Outside, the city of London is only beginning to stir. The distant clop of a horse's hooves on cobblestone, the faint call of a gull from the river. Her Majesty's first moments awake are unhurried. She does not leap from bed. Instead, she listens to the faint rustle of fabric as one of her ladies-in-waiting enters quietly, carrying a small candle, to the muffled footsteps on the thickly woven rugs. But with the ritual of silence, there is dignity, even in waking. One by one, members of her household enter. They move like shadows, trained to be quiet. The yeoman of the wardrobe brings in fresh clothing for the day, laying out each piece in careful order. Another servant places a small silver basin on a nearby table, with water that has been gently warmed over a fire elsewhere in the palace. Elizabeth sits up slowly, her long auburn hair, still loose, falling over her shoulders. In these first moments, she is not yet the queen who will speak to ambassadors or sign decrees. She is simply a woman beginning her morning. A lady-in-waiting offers her a soft linen cloth, scented faintly with rosewater. Elizabeth presses it to her face, the coolness refreshing her senses. She takes her time. There is no rush. The business of the kingdom will wait until she is ready. Stop before dressing fully. The queen enjoys a small morning refreshment. Unlike the heavy breakfasts of later centuries, her first meal is light. Perhaps a small piece of bread, a cup of warmed ale or wine diluted with water, or occasionally spiced broth. The tray is brought on a small table, covered with white linen. The silver gleams softly in the dawn light. She eats slowly, not because she is distracted, but because in her world, meals are moments of ceremony. Even a simple piece of bread is taken with quiet grace. This is not the hurried dressing of modern life. For the queen, dressing is a slow and deliberate ceremony, a performance even in private. First comes the linen chemise, soft and plain against the skin. Then the corset, or pair of bodies, laced snugly by skilled hands. Over this, layers of petticoats are added, each smoothing the lines of the gown to come. Elizabeth's dresses are masterpieces of Tudor craftsmanship. Stones, embroidery worked by hand in gold and silver thread. Her ladies move in perfect coordination, each knowing her part. One laces, another adjusts the folds of the skirt, another fastens the fine ruff at her neck. The air fills with the faint sounds of fabric rustling, of laces being drawn tight, of quiet voices speaking in whispers. Once dressed, the queen's hair is brushed smooth, a slow, rhythmic motion. She sometimes wears wigs, elaborately styled, but in the morning, she might have her own hair prepared before it is covered. Her jewels are chosen for the day, not for extravagance, but for meaning. Pearls, her favorite, symbolizing purity and wisdom. A brooch with a portrait, perhaps a gift from a favored courtier. Each piece is handled with care, polished to catch the soft morning light. Elizabeth watches in the mirror, her face calm, her mind perhaps already moving toward the tasks of the day. Before she steps into the public spaces of the palace, the queen takes a final moment of solitude. She might read a passage from a small book, or speak briefly with a trusted lady about the day's schedule. The room is still. The air smells faintly of beeswax, rosewater, and fresh linen. She takes a breath, a pause, before she becomes once again the visible heart of her court. And now, as the queen steps from her private chamber into the corridors of history, you may let your thoughts drift away. The candlelight fades. The morning sounds of the palace grow softer, and you, like the queen, may take your own quiet moment to rest. Let your breath slow. Let the images blur and fade. You are safe here, in this story, and the day can wait until you are ready. Sleep, and then the door opens and the day begins.